A well-dressed black woman, Amara Jones, steps into the frame. She wears an elegant designer suit, her black leather handbag resting on her forearm. A gold watch glistens on her wrist as she checks the time. Her posture is graceful, exuding quiet confidence. They say first impressions matter, but what happens when someone judges too soon? This is a story about power, prejudice, and a lesson learned the hard way. Amara walks toward the business class check-in counter. The white airline employee at the counter, Lucas, greets her with a professional smile. Lucas, polite but neutral. "Good evening, ma'am. May I see your ticket and passport?" Amara hands them over. Lucas scans the ticket, his eyebrows raising slightly. Lucas, impressed. "Ah, Miss Jones, I see you're flying in our exclusive first-class cabin. Let me get your boarding pass and lounge access." Amara nods, used to this level of service. She smiles slightly. Amara, warmly, "Thank you." Lucas processes her details quickly, then hands over the ticket with a respectful nod. Lucas, professional. "Enjoy your flight, Miss Jones. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask." Amara takes the ticket and walks towards the business class boarding gate. She remains poised, unfazed by the subtle glances she receives from some of the other passengers. A group of wealthy passengers waits to board. Among them is a white air hostess, Sarah Wilson, in her crisp airline uniform. She appears impatient, glancing around, maintaining an air of superiority. Amara approaches the gate, handing her ticket to the gate agent. Sarah, standing nearby, notices Amara and instantly frowns. She looks Amara up and down, her lips tightening. As Amara walks toward the business class cabin, Sarah steps forward, blocking her way. Sarah, fake smile, condescending tone. "Ma'am, I think there's been a mistake. Economy class is boarding at the next gate." A few passengers glance up from their phones, sensing tension. Amara, raising an eyebrow, remaining calm. "No mistake. My seat is 3A, right up front." She gestures to her ticket. Sarah, tilting her head skeptical. "Are you sure? Business class is reserved for premium passengers. Perhaps you should double-check your ticket." Sarah's tone is polite but laced with subtle racism. The implication is clear. She doesn't believe Amara belongs here. It wasn't just the words. It was the look in her eyes. The doubt. The assumption. Amara, still composed, inhales deeply, refusing to react emotionally. Amara, firmly, "I assure you I know where my seat is." Sarah scoffs, turning to the gate agent, trying to make a scene. Sarah, laughing dryly, "Isn't it funny? Some people think money can buy everything, even access to places where they don't belong." A white businessman in line frowns at Sarah's words. A young Asian couple exchange awkward glances. The atmosphere shifts. Amara narrows her eyes slightly. Amara, calm but cutting. "And some people think their prejudice gives them the right to decide who belongs where." Sarah's smile falters, but she tries to maintain control. Sarah, condescending, trying to save face. "I was just making sure everything is in order." Amara holds her gaze for a long moment before stepping past Sarah and walking gracefully to her seat. Sarah glares at her back, her face red with frustration. The cabin is luxurious, leather seats, personal champagne glasses, and a warm ambiance. Amara takes her seat and begins settling in. Sarah, still annoyed, walks into the cabin and leans in close to Amara. Sarah, whispering sharp tone, "Listen, I don't know how you got this seat, but business class is not for people like you." Amara slowly turns her head, her eyes locking onto Sarah's. The tension is palpable. Other passengers shift uncomfortably in their seats. Amara, quiet but dangerous tone. "And what kind of people would that be?" Before Sarah can answer, a deep male voice cuts through the air. The camera zooms out as a tall, powerful-looking black man enters the frame. M.R. Jones, the CEO and owner of the airline, stands at the entrance to the cabin. He is well-dressed, commanding, and unmistakably authoritative. Mr. Jones' firm, cold voice. Is there a problem here? Sarah freezes. Her mouth opens slightly, her face draining of color as she recognizes him. Sarah, stammering, flustered. Sir, I was just ensuring our high-paying passengers receive the best service. Mr. Jones raises an eyebrow. His gaze sharpens. The atmosphere grows tense. Passengers now openly watch the scene unfold. Mr. Jones, cold, authoritative. You mean to tell me you were ensuring the best experience by harassing a first-class passenger? He gestures toward Amara.